I am so glad you are here. It is Magical Tuesday in my world, and today I'm going to make sure we get our folks in. But I also wanted to feature magical oils. And I grabbed this little book for inspiration, Egyptian Prosperity Magic, and there's a pretty classic recipe in here that I think is worth talking about. This is by Claudia R. Delaire, I believe is how that's pronounced. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is a fabulous little book on prosperity magic, obviously. And in it, she's got a Feel of the Success oil that I think is great and worth talking about. She just asks people to use a little base oil and then to dilute the essential oils she's wanting you to use. One of them is vetiver, which is this luscious, grounding, rooty sort of oil that is absolute heaven. If you look at sandalwood and you go, I do not want to spend the money on pure sandalwood oil, and you don't want to use something that's pre-diluted, okay, try vetiver. It's a little stronger in some ways, it's a little earthier in some ways, but it's a delightful scent. I really recommend it. She's also got in here allspice. Allspice is a classic wealth herb from a European magical standpoint. I always say it's because it was expensive to import for a very, very long time. But it is a great oil to add to a magical oil blend for success and prosperity. If you plan on wearing the oil, cinnamon's another classic choice, but cinnamon can cause chemical burns on your skin. So I would avoid that oil if you're planning on having it touch skin, unless it's very dilute. I have made products with it with the intention of it going on the skin, things like salt scrubs with tiny, tiny amounts of cinnamon oil because it warms me up in January and February here in the northern tier of the 48 states of the US. The other one she's got in here, though, is dragon's blood essential oil. And I just want to say, and I did do a little research just to check my own perception and make sure I hadn't lost my mind. There really isn't dragon's blood essential oil. If you're paying $60, even $80, it's not dragon's blood essential oil. It's an oil that's been infused with the resin of the dragon's blood tree. And the resin is a very, very sort of blood color, which is why it's called dragon's blood. No dragons were harmed in the making of this resin. But you can make that yourself because it really is just letting the oil and the resin sit together for weeks. Grind the resin up. It should powder pretty easily. It's my favorite resin to work with in terms of just ease of use. Toss it in the oil, let it sit. It will dye the oil red. You'll know it's ready. It smells delightful. It's really a lovely oil, but it's not truly an essential oil. And I wanted to take a minute to talk about that. What it's going to do in the magical oil combination of the grounding vetiver, the luxurious vetiver, and the often associated with wealth allspice is it's going to add a little extra power. Dragon's blood is considered associated with Mars. So lots of vibrant energy to push your goals forward is part of the magical properties of anything associated with Mars, especially dragon's blood. It's a great combination. It's going to keep you practical. It's going to invite wealth into your life and prosperity into your life. And it's going to do that with a little drive and power behind it. This is a great little magical oil from Claudia's book. The best part about using a magical oil, particularly one you can wear, is you've done your magical working. You've set up whatever else it is you're going to do. You got to go to work today. You put a little bit of that oil on, and then suddenly while you're at work, you turn your head, it reactivates the oil a little. You get a little sniff of that wonderful fragrance, and you automatically think, I'm in this for the money. I am looking for success. How do I need to focus myself to get to the success I'm trying to get to? And it's done its job of helping you reinforce the magic you've already done. It's the best prize about working with magical oils from my perspective. They have their own power. They add to any spell work you do, but if you're wearing them, they let you almost subconsciously reinforce the working that you're in the middle of, even if you're out and about in the middle of your day. I hope this gives you a good cause to pick up some vetiver essential oil, maybe some allspice or clove. Clove has interesting effects on the skin as well, though. And for a base oil, any oil in your kitchen will do, but classically it would be olive oil, almond oil, grapeseed oil, anything along those lines, sesame oil. They will all work just fine. But you know what? That Wesson oil you got in the kitchen, technically that counts as a base oil too. So don't be afraid to make do with what you got on hand. I hope we see you again soon in the shop in Minneapolis, online at magusbooks.com, and that you get to see us here, at least me, on a regular basis. Tomorrow should have a fun interview for everybody on It Is Alive, so be on the lookout for that. And thank you for being your amazing magical you. Everyone at Magus Books loves that about you. How could we not? And we appreciate the little magical things you can do here in social media land. I know you know what they are. Go for it. Push that little button. Have a wonderful week, and blessed be.